Good morning, you guys. Happy Monday. Oh my gosh, look at that. Do you see that? Is that not an awesome piece of stained glass? My good friend, Tracy Taggart, who owns a local coffee shop, had that hanging and I was obsessed with it. And I'm very happy that it's now hanging in my home. Okay, today, hey Aurora. Today we are talking all about surge capacity. Have you guys hit this yet? Do you even know what this means? We are going to get in on it. I'm not even quite sure what that means, but there is like so much going on in the world right now. I mean, like fucking Trump has COVID. The elections are a month away. RBG's death, which P.S., she is working some serious magic up there. Like natural disasters, fires, racial injustices everywhere. Like, and not to mention that we've officially been living through a pandemic for over 6 months. Like 2020 has been the ultimate shit show. And I'm always like, okay, yeah, shit show is when growth happens, right? And so it is so super easy to get swept up in the anxiety and the fear of like what is like seemingly lurking around the next corner. I mean, like literally, like anytime. And I seriously do not watch the news very often. I did deep dive this weekend because how could I not? But like, I'm just like a headline person, right? Because otherwise my anxiety just skyrockets. And so like, especially if you're an empath, like all of 2020 and all of that fear and all of the stuff can like super, super weigh you down. And what is happening right now, and you guys probably have heard about it a bit if you're, reading the news or any sort of psychological anything, there's this thing called surge capacity. And the definition of surge capacity, I'm going to read it, is a collection of adaptive systems, mental and physical, that humans draw on for short-term survival in acutely stressful situations, such as natural disasters or COVID or death or 9/11. So essentially what happens is shit hits the fan and our brains take over and our nervous system goes on high alert, right? And this is basically the fight, flight, or freeze mode, right? And usually when this happens, it is a major event and then it just starts to kind of like trickle away or settle down or whatever. But 2020, like seriously, like we're getting hit with like everything all at the same time, like within fucking 6 months or like even, I don't know, probably, oh no, the fires were happening in Australia at the beginning of January. So like 2020 has just obviously been a shit show, right? And it has been the year that keeps on giving. And one that the universe won't let us forget. And so it's almost like 2020 is this like emotional ocean and like we are in the ocean and we keep trying to get out of the ocean and we just keep getting knocked down by another wave. We're like, God damn it. And so like our psyches aren't equipped to handle a long-term surge capacity, which is what is happening because we have, like I said, we've been hit and hit and hit and hit. And so surge capacity by definition is like highly intense and it's short term. And so I've been doing some research on surge capacity and they, the researchers say, and I completely 100% agree with it, which is why I'm sharing it with you guys. Otherwise, if I didn't agree with it, I wouldn't be sharing it, that like we, as especially here in the States, we've been conditioned to power through shit. Like just keep going, like put the blinders on, power through. And that is a complete disservice to our psyches and to our souls. And so we can't power through a long-term surge capacity, because what's happening is we're super not complete. Ugh, you complete me. Sorry, did not mean that. We are super depleted and we can't power through. And so, because again, it's long-term. So what researchers are finding is that like people are like, okay, I'm going to power through and then I'm going to take a week off from work and I'm going to have a staycation, or I'm just going to like chill out. And they're saying, and I agree, that that's actually not what you're supposed to be doing, because it just basically swings your nervous system from a sympathetic state, which is the fight or flight mode, versus a parasympathetic state, which is the freeze mode. And what should happen is baby steps. Like, and if you followed me for a while, you know that I fucking love baby steps, because that is how long-term change happens. Hi, Neener. It's good to see you here. So my best friend in the whole wide world just came on, so I gotta give her a shout out. So instead of taking, like I said, that week off, what we want to do is incorporate small little mini breaks, and a lot of them, into our day. And so whether that means stepping away from your screen, love you too, stepping away from social media, and the news, like step away from those things. And then also like take a 10-minute walk around your neighborhood. Take a minute and just breathe. Like take like 5 super awesome deep breaths, because that is just going to be a game changer. Set your alarm for 5 minutes and close your eyes and meditate. Insight Timer is the best app. I love it. It's free, and it's got tons of good stuff on there, like guided meditations if you're new, or you could just set a timer for 5 minutes in there, or they have music. It's pretty rad. I love it. And also, like, again, since you're taking lots of little itty bitty mini breaks, like craft or read or doodle or daydream, and do this a lot. And, think about like, what did you love to do as a kid? Was it sing? Was it play? Was it dance? Like whatever it is, like do it. Because again, the more that we could do things that we can enjoy, that brings us into our subconscious, like doodling or daydreaming or meditating or walking and looking at the beautiful trees changing, or singing or playing or dancing, like that is all putting you in your subconscious and putting you in a positive subconscious state, which will help your nervous system chill out. Okay. And so like, what are some things that you used to love doing as a kid? I'd love to hear from you guys. So like type it in. Like, I mean, I used to love playing Barbie dolls. Like, do I have Barbie dolls? I don't. My girls never wanted them. But like, I also just loved being out in nature. So for me, going and taking a walk or being outside in my garden, which kind of is a hot mess right now, like really fills my soul. So like, think about things that fill your soul and do them small increments a lot of times during the day. That is going to help with surge capacity. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys about what I believe is happening in 2020, because it's one thing after another, over and over and over again, on a universal grand scheme of things, like this is actually a good thing. I know it doesn't feel like it. I know it's hard as fuck. I know it's mind-blowing with all of the things that are going on. And on a universal level, this is supposed to happen. 2020 is keeping us awake. I'm not going to say woke. But it is like, because what happens as humans, oh my God, I'm totally like, this is the Italian coming out in me. As humans, we tend to get complacent. It's just how we work. And so again, if something happens, like one thing that's going to bring us into surge capacity, and then it's going to level out, right? But because it keeps happening, it is keeping us awake. And right now is a time of change. And the more things are happening, the more awake we are, and the more we use that part of ourselves to change and to create new positive change. And so because everything keeps happening, it's like the universe being like, no, you can't fall back asleep. Like, major change is happening, people. And how are you going to be part of this new change, which is going to be beautiful and awesome and amazing? And we are actually like leaving, I think it's like the age of, I forgot what it was. It was like, I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but we were actually entering the Age of Aquarius, which is like what every new age hippie has been talking about for like 60 years or 50 years. This is the age of like love and unity and community and coming together and peace and so, but big change has to disrupt it before it happens. And so we are in the dark night of the soul when it comes to what is happening with 2020. And we have to hold that vision that beauty and love and change is going to come out of it. And so, which is why shit keeps hitting the fan in 2020 to keep us awake and be like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, this is happening and I am part of it. So this is when we have to level up on our soul care. It's so we could be part of that change and soul care, so we have the stamina to keep going. Because this shit, I know people are like, I can't wait until 2021. I can't wait until 2021. But guess what, people? We're still gonna be in this. It doesn't, like, a little ticker doesn't go off and be like, oh, okay, 2020 is over. Okay, let's give them something good in 2021. Because this is such a big, enormous change on a universal level, it's going to take time for true lasting change to happen. Okay, this is like the baby steps of the universe. And so we have to up our soul care. We have to meditate. We have to take the walks. We have to doodle, or we have to do the things that fill our soul so that we have the stamina to keep going. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys today. And yeah, that's it. Remember to breathe and stay present and do your soul care and love up on your loved ones and keep going. So I hope this helped with surge capacity, because we are in a shit show. And that's it. I will see you live next Monday. Have a good week, everybody. Mwah. Love you. Bye.